Hi everyone! For this project, we're going to be creating a digital self-portrait using Google Drawings. As a reminder, a self-portrait is when you create an artwork that shows yourself. If someone else creates an artwork that shows you, that's just a portrait. But if you create an artwork and it shows yourself, then it's a self-portrait. So my self-portrait will show me, your self-portrait will show you. So they will not look exactly the same. So right now I'm in a blank Google Drawings. Zoom in a little bit. All I did to get here was I went to Google and I typed in Google Drawings, hit search, and I clicked the first thing that came up. So I think I'm going to start by titling my drawing, just in case I have to stop before I'm done. This way it'll be easy for me to find in my Google Drive if I need to start it again later. So I'm going to title this Miss Bruce Self-Portrait. Okay, then I'm going to start by making the background a different color. Right now, it is this checkered board looking rectangle, and that means there's no background color, it's transparent. So I'm going to right click on the background. I'm going to hover over the word background, and then I'm going to select one of these colors, or I can hit custom and make my own color. But I think I like this shade of blue, so I'm going to do that one. All right, so now it's kind of like the sky is behind me. Okay. There we go. All right, now to make our self-portraits, we're going to use a combination of shapes that are right here and lines that are right here. I'm going to do some of my self-portrait right now and talk you through it. The rest I'll do, and you can see me do it really fast. Again, your self-portrait does not have to be made the same way mine is, though. So I'm going to start with a shape for my head. So I clicked Shapes. I'm going to hover over the word shape. I'm going to select one that I think will be best for a head, and I think the oval. Then, see how now, instead of an arrow, it looks like a plus sign? I'm going to click where I want my head to start. I'm going to drag it down. You can kind of see there's a light blue line that's showing me the size and the shape. Then I'm going to let go with my hand when I think it's the right size and shape. But I can always change it after. See these little blue squares? If I thought I made my head too small, I can drag it and make it bigger. But I think I liked that size. Now, right now, it's a white oval with a black outline. I don't think I want an outline around my head. So I'm going to come up here, this little pencil says border color. I'm going to make that transparent. That means clear, or you can't see it. Then instead of white, I want to make a skin color. So I'm going to select this paint bucket that says fill color, and I'm going to try and make a skin color. If you think one of these matches your skin color, you can click them, or you can make a custom skin color. I think I'm going to do that. So I hit custom, and then you can drag your arrow over to look for a certain color. So for me, I'm going to use more of a peach color. So I'm going to hover in between. This is almost like a reddish orange color. And then if your skin color was closer to brown, you might click a color down here. It's a nice rich brown right there. If you have a tan skin color, that might be a good match. For me, mine's more peach, so I'm going to come up here. That looks like a good peach to me. So I'm going to select OK. All right, there is my head. Next, I think I'm going to build the body. No, change my mind. I'm going to do the hair. So the hair can be made lots of different ways. You could do a combination of shapes. So for example, if you have short hair that's really spiky, you could do a bunch of little triangles to make your hair. Or if you're wearing a scarf, maybe you just make a bigger oval that goes around your head to show the fabric of the scarf going around. But you could also draw your hair or draw a scarf with the line tool, and that's what I'm going to be using for my hair right now. So I'm going to click line, and I'm actually going to use this one that says polyline. What that means is you can draw a line that goes all the way back to where it started, and it creates a polygon or a shape. I'm going to click there. I'm going to click and then move my mouse. I lifted my hand up. I'm not holding it down. And you can see there's a little light blue line there that's showing me where the line's going to go. So I'm going to come around where I think my hair might go. back to where I started. When you click back to where you started, look what happens. It made a shape. Now I don't want this hair to be in front of my head, but I can move it back in a second. First, I'm going to change the color. My hair is very dark, so I'm going to use the black. Then I'm going to click this arrow because I don't want to draw another shape yet. Then I'm going to right click my shape, hover over the word order. I'm going to send it to the back. That means it's the most furthest back shape that I drew. All right, so that looks like my head in the middle of my hair. I'll move my head over a little bit more in the middle. Okay, next I think I'm going to draw hair that kind of covers the top of your head, like right here. So I'm going to do that poly line again. I'm going to click, go back to where I started. I'm going to turn it black so it matches the rest of my hair. Then I'll make another one. Make it black. Oops, I think I made those too far apart. So I'm going to click the arrow, and now I can move this over like that. Okay, I'll leave it like that for now. Now I think I'm going to add a neck. For a neck, I'm just going to use a small rectangle. So I clicked shapes. I'm going to click this rectangle. I'm going to have it overlap my head a little, drag it to where I think it's a good size. Let go. I want it to match my face. My face did not have a border color, so I'm going to take that away. My face was this color. Remember I made a custom color for my skin? That's saved right down here. So I'm just going to click that. And now I have a head and a neck and hair. All right, I can see I don't have enough space to do my full body. That's okay. I'll just do enough of my body until I get to the end of my paper. So there are lots of different ways I could do my shirt. I think I'm just going to use a few different shapes all together. So I clicked shapes. I like this rounded rectangle because it reminds me of the round edges of your shoulder. I'm going to click that. Let's see. I think I'll draw myself wearing a long sleeve shirt. So I'm going to drag. This will be like the center of my shirt. Let's change the color. I like this maroon color for a shirt. Then I need two arms. So I'm going to click that shape again. And I can decide where I want my arms to be. At first, I'm just going to draw them both coming out this way. And I want them to match the same color as my shirt. Let's draw another one for my other arm. All right, and this might look a little funny if I just leave it with both arms out. So now I'm going to change the direction of those arms. This is how to do that. Click one arm, and then see this little circle, and when I move my arrow over it, my arrow turns to a plus sign. I'm going to click that, and I'm going to drag it to one side and see what happens. It changes the angle of that shape. So maybe I have this arm waving up like this, maybe a little higher. There you go, kind of looks like I'm waving or reaching for something. And then I think I'll have this arm be more down. I'm going to drag it to where it would go. All right, I have my head, hair, neck, and shirt with two arms. I have only a little bit of space left for my legs, so I'm just going to draw like the top part of my pants. So I think I'll use a rectangle for that. And I'm just going to have it go to the edge of my paper. Let's change the color. Maybe I'll wear these dark teal pants. Okay. The next part is going to be to do my face. Since my oval for my face is pretty small, it's going to be hard for me to see these tiny shapes. So I'm going to zoom in on my face. The way to zoom in is over here. See this magnifying glass that has a plus sign in it? I'm going to click that. I'm going to zoom in to 200%. And then I'm going to scroll up so I see my face. I think that's big enough, but if not, I can click it one more time. Oh, wow. That's definitely big enough. Okay. Then I'm going to use some shapes to draw my eyes. I'll probably use this poly line to draw my eyebrows. I might use a scribble line to draw my nose. A scribble line means you can just draw any shape you want, and it creates a line, right? So this is going to be my nose. Like that. Oops, I don't really like that one. I know it's highlighted right now because it's blue, so I'm just going to hit delete. I'm going to try that one again.
Two separate lines. Okay. All right.
All right, so I just made an eye by making a white oval, a dark green circle, and then a black circle. That shows the white part of my eye, the green is my iris, and the black part is the pupil. Now I want two eyes, but I want them to be the same. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to click and hold Shift, all three of my circles. So they're all highlighted in blue. I'm going to let go of Shift. I'm going to click Option, and then I'm going to click the eye and drag it over here. And what that did was it copied all three of those circles so that both of my eyes match. You could just draw two separate eyes. I like to do it this way. It's a little bit faster, and then I know they're the same. All right, I just finished my self-portrait. I have my head, hair. I chose not to put ears because I think my hair would be covering my ears if it's down. I gave myself a shirt and pants, and then I decided to add a background with hills. That's what that green line is. And I decided to show something about myself in my self-portrait by showing that I like to paint. So I drew a paintbrush, a paint palette, and an easel that I'm about to paint on for my self-portrait. So remember, for your self-portrait, you open a new Google Drawings, change the background color, then use shapes that are right here and lines that are right here, and there's different kinds of lines like scribble or polyline, to create a picture that looks like you. I can't wait to see your self-portraits.